Alright, for update 3 we're working on the actual physical layout of the new board, so I did go ahead and cook up a schematic. So here you can see the main blocks of the device, the processor, receiver, transmitter, the USB connector. These are just breaking out some of the I/O pins for auxiliary use, the programming interface, and then finally our timing crystal and capacitors. Let's see, I'll go ahead and bring up the board for you. So this is the layout I decided to go with, and the back actually has a pad. There we go. So you can see the pads for the TQFP. It's 44 pins there. These pins here and here are for the receiver. This is our transmitter. This is the pad for the tiny USB connector, mini USB. On the back side, I'll go ahead and turn off the front side view. Oop, wrong one. There we go. So you can see that these thick traces here and here are actually the antennas for the receiver and transmitter. I've also added some texts, serial number, my slogan or trademark or whatever, and then a few other people's names have been involved in the project. This project has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vias. So there's 7 points where I carry a trace from one side of the board to the other. You can see that more clearly if I turn the top layer back on. So you can see where it transitions for the top. That's the red into the blue, which is at the bottom. And that happens when you can't route around something, you gotta go under it. So for instance, this trace here, which I believe is our ground. Yeah, it's the ground trace. I needed to put a trace across that, so we had to go through a via to go underneath it. Same with this trace here to the USB. So everything there is pretty good, and I've actually already created a board, started to populate it. So that's the front of the board, and then the back of the board. Let me see if I can get it close enough so you can see the text on it. It's kind of hard. Let's see if I can focus it. Well, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's actually oriented like this. You can see that text, and you can see the swirl of the receiver antenna on there. So we've got our USB connector, transmitter, receiver, well, I'm sure it's fine, and processor here. I did run out of 20 megahertz crystals, so the crystal still hasn't been populated. This is the programming header, and then we've got our I/O pins broken out here. So hopefully this will be my first prototype, and it'll be done pretty soon. I kind of wanted this to go together a little bit more cleanly. You can see it comes up off the board at a little bit of an angle there, which is kind of messy. It's more of an angle than I wanted, but it's not too bad, I guess. And it's pretty good size. You can see it there compared to my keys. So it's pretty tiny. And that's where I am so far on that. So hopefully I'll have at least this one completed within the week and start doing some tests. And there you have it.